Which is like, they're clearly trying to turn this guy into something. And I like John Cena.
I
like
think
him
he's very funny when he acts.
Yeah. They're trying to make, everybody's looking for their post-rock contingency plans, and that involves John Cena. It involves Dave Bautista. And
what was the Amy Schumer movie he was in?
Trainwreck.
He was fantastic in that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a huge role, but I thought it was very funny.
And he's in this movie called Blockers that is better than it should be. It's Ike Barinholtz. It's John Cena. But yeah, so John Cena, of course.
I never watched that. That was good?
I thought so, yeah. Some of those movies, they just don't click with me. But even if there's funny people in them, there's nothing that bothers me more than a movie you watch, a comedy, with very funny people in it.
It's
very
awful.
funny people writing it. And you're like, what is going on here?
What happened?
Every time Tina Fey and Amy Poehler make a movie, I go, what is going on here?
Hold on. Even Baby Mama?
Baby Mama, Sisters.
Sisters I didn't like as much.
Not funny.
Loved Baby Mama.
Oh, not funny. And I was like, okay, well, I'm me and they're them. So clearly they know what's going on. But I was like, I love both of them so much. But man, I don't know. I don't get it.
Also, I don't know that you're the intended audience for those movies.
I like to laugh. I assume I am.
Yeah, but
fans of comedy.
Chick humor. You don't have a sister that you're best friends with?
Listen, I think funny's funny. So
yeah, but there are things that are directed to certain. You're not a mom trying to adopt. You're not a single mom. You're not a.
But why would that? No, but you don't have to necessarily. I'm sure there are all kinds of people who thought that. Neither are you, and you thought it was funny.
Yes, but I'm a woman, so I understand the pressures.
I've been surrounded by women my entire life.
It's not what it's like.
Listen, I'm just saying, it's a comedy movie.
Sure. But there's definitely movies...
They're not only gunning for women. They're gunning for every person who wants to see this movie.
Right, but I think...
plenty of movies that are directed...
Toward men.
Toward me.
Or toward...
That are still trash.
A lot of those aren't funny either.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm saying that when movies are made, they have a intended audience in mind. Yes, sure, everyone's going to say, oh, it's for anyone who's ever enjoyed laughter. But that's not what it is.
But what you're describing would appeal to the emotional component of it. The not
that's
funny
a part of
part.
it, though.
No, I understand. I'm just saying that, whatever. I didn't think that movie was funny.
Okay.
I didn't mind Baby Mama. Sisters, I turned off. It was
I didn't think Sisters was very funny.
But Baby Mama was funny to me.
So anyway, John Cena plays Peacemaker in the Suicide Squad, and
heard really good things about it. I like
they're
James
spinning
Gunn
it
a lot.
off into an HBO Max show that's going to premiere on Thursday.
Okay, for instance, Goodfellas. That is a men's movie. I'm not saying that there aren't women who like it, but I watched that movie and I was like, I do not understand why so many men love this movie.
It's also not a comedy.
It's not a no, it's not a comedy.
Talking
but
about
I didn't even
comedies.
think I was like, okay, cool story, sure, but I
think a comedy
wasn't super entertained, and it was one of those things where I'm like, it's hard for me to get over the sexism and the way that they treat women. And the same thing with Mad Men. And I'm not speaking for all women; I'm speaking for myself. Those are shows that I feel like are geared towards men.
But I think a comedy can have a broader appeal than any drama because I think comedy has the latitude. Laughter is involuntary.
Right.
You don't always know what's going to make you laugh.
Right.
So you don't really have control over it. So comedy kind of has the latitude to cast a much wider net than a drama would.
Yes.
I get what you're saying about Goodfellas.
But they are geared toward a specific audience. Saying that a comedy is not geared toward a specific audience, I think, is incorrect.
I think if you were to ask Tina Fey and Amy Poehler who was this movie geared toward, they would say anybody who wants to see a funny comedy.
No, I think they would say
disagree
they're
100%.
Really?
Yeah, I think
They
they're
would
saying,
say
we're
they
trying
would-
to make a movie that we haven't seen before, so we're trying to make it for this audience. Because, like Bridesmaids was designed for women in their
That's a perfect.
Late 20s, early
That's a
30s.
perfect example
but
of a
it
movie
crossed over because
right.
other people thought it was funny. But it was that was a surprise hit.
I don't think there's anybody making movies who's trying to limit their audience.
No,
I don't
but
think
you're
they're
making
trying
it
to
for a
limit, but it
specific-
is.
Yeah,
This is our
target audience.
target audience. This is who
Target
this is
shoppers are our target audience.
Right. This is yes, exactly. This is who is going to hit home with the most.
But
Women
again,
who have
but
been bridesmaids
right,
before.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think that the people who make those movies would say that.
They would never say
absolutely
that.
They would
No,
say.
I don't know that
They
they'd
would
say it out
say.
loud.
They would say. this is what we think is funny, and we hope a lot of other people do too.
But I think they know that it's designed for a certain audience. There's a movie with a bunch of like Tina Fey and who's the lady? A bunch of Saturday Night Live alum, and it's these women.
Wine Country.
Wine Country, yes. And that was designed for women in their late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah. She has like the one girl has a breast cancer scare. They're like going through things that women of that age would go through. That's not going to be as funny if you've never been in that situation.
It's not as much mass appeal, but it's enjoyable to people that are around that age or
So then what was it about Bridesmaids that made it such a mega hit?
I don't know.
Crossover.
This
I mean,
is what
you
I'm
get that
saying.
crossover success, though.
This is what I'm saying. It's all involuntary.
Right,
if you
but
were to
you
make...
always want to have that crossover appeal, but you still have to make it for your target audience.
Crossover is the goal, but it's not...
But
it's not
target
made for everybody. Not everything is made for everybody.
And if you don't have that target audience built in, then you don't even get to the mass appeal.
I guess what I'm saying is I think you guys are casting that as something proactive, and I'm saying it's something reactive. You're saying they wanted to make this movie for that audience, and I'm saying no, they didn't. That's the audience that would get the most out of it potentially because they can identify. Like, for instance, this radio show has a target demographic, okay? Right. We have a target demographic. The actual audience of... I don't come in here every day going, let's see, how can I appeal to my target demographic? The audience of the show is much broader than the target demographic that advertisers are ideally trying to get, right?
You're also talking about 30 hours a week, not a one-time 90-minute production.
No, but all I'm saying is I can't imagine anybody making a film would say, we were really trying to get those middle-aged moms. I get what you're saying. You're like, yeah, of course, those are the women who are going to be attracted to a movie like that. I'm just saying that some of those movies...
Well, but they also
end up being funny to other people, and I'm curious why that is.
Because sometimes they have that broader appeal, and it's they didn't make Bridesmaid thinking that a bunch of 15-year-old boys are going to go see this movie.
And on the opposite,
well, they didn't.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. They're making it for a target audience.
Well, they're making it for adults. Yeah. Nobody's making, I mean, unless you're making a specific kid's movie, you're not making any movie for 15-year-old boys.
Yeah, you are.
Not with Maya Rudolph and Tina Fey.
Right, but I'm saying that's...
But okay, wait. So then why can't we use that you just proved our point? You're not going to use Maya Rudolph and Tina Fey to appeal to everyone. You're going to use it to appeal to women in their late 40s, early 50s.
I'm separating adults from children.
But that's the whole point. You said anybody can laugh at anything because laughter is involuntary.
Okay, adults.
So
we're all adults.
Sure.
I can't speak for 15-year-old boys.
Right.
I can speak for adults.
But the makers of Bridesmaids or Wine Country were not saying we can't wait to grab such a broad audience that 15-year-old boys are laughing at this. They're saying this is for middle-aged women.
Right.
And if other people like it, cool.
And so much programming is that way. Like Real Housewives of Orange County isn't for me. They might get me because I'm watching it with a girl that I'm with, and I might go, oh, okay, I get the skeezy drama of this all, but it's not designed for me. It's designed for certain target audiences.
I guess my only bone of contention is I can't imagine any of them saying, well, this really isn't for them.
No, they would never say that. They're not going to say
unless it was like a
exclusionary.
passion project.
They'll
or something.
take the other people that become interested in it, but the idea is we're marketing this. I mean, that's how they market movies towards certain age groups and interest groups.
Okay, when I do jokes,
I liked Mean Girls.
Yeah,
that was funny.
Yeah,
one for me.
No,
right. But
that was not made. That was not a movie that was made for adult men. That was like, hey, this is what it's like to be a teenage girl in high school, and you just happen to find it funny because it was well written. It's like when I do jokes about my dad dying on stage, they don't hit with everybody, because they're intended for people who have also lost somebody. And if other people like that type of humor, that's awesome. I'm not going to tell you can't laugh at it.
Well, they hit harder with those people.
That's what I mean.
But it's also one of those things where
you want
everybody in the room
to
laugh, but
it's not for
it's gonna
everyone.
hit other people harder based on that. And then there's going to be some people that are completely like, oh, I can't even handle this because it's so uncomfortable hearing about death.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not like I would tell people, I don't want your laughter because your parents are alive. But if your parents are alive and you're not laughing,
actually,
I get
that's
that,
exactly that's her next album.
I don't want
your laughter because you have alive parents.
Don't patronize me with your laughter. Those of you with 2 parents.
I don't think any.
Well, both of my parents are alive, and I still don't have them, so I feel better.
Might as well be dead.
No cinematic company is going to come out and say we don't want the money and support of these people. But there is intended. You can't say that intended audience or target demographics are not a real thing.
Well, no. Of course they are. I'm just saying that when it comes to comedy, I feel like you have a lot more latitude to do things.
I think it's even more specific, actually.
I agree.
Really?
Because people are so particular about what they find funny that you have to try and hit those certain demographics. Because look at a guy like Sebastian Maniscalco, who he blew up with his Italian humor, but then it became this crossover hit where now he's doing arenas and it's much more broad comedy. But originally, when he started getting popular, it was a much more...
He was Andrew Dice Clay without the cursing, kind of.
Right, yeah.
His style was that.
He was kind of aimed towards this one demographic, and then it blew up from there. So he's happy about that. But then we know other comics that are they have their audience, but they just haven't been able to get it to a point where it's arena-filling comedy.
Yeah.
It doesn't make one better or worse. It's how it appeals to people.
You asked Nick Griffin. You asked him, why aren't you bigger? Mm-hmm. Because you find him so funny, and you're like, man, more people should like this. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing that he's saying, just in reverse, where it's like some people are so into it, but it's not made for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cosign.
Okay, listen, I have got $1,000 here for you. It's a chance for you to go fund yourself. So listen closely, and I hope you win. Good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword BANK at WMMS.com. That's BANK. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
What about Freddie Got Fingered? Somebody said.
Yeah,
ladies like that movie.
Middle-aged women, right there.
Nobody liked that movie.
Or like a movie like Beer Fest. That's for college-age dudes.
Yeah.
That's
And
what that movie's for.
But
Yeah.
Freddie Got Fingered has a cult following. It's just, and that's one of those movies where they were letting Tom Green make a movie. You're going to get weird.
You're going to
people
get
are gonna
Tom
like
Green
weird
stuff.
humor.
Yeah.
Right. Alan Cox Show After Hours line. Anytime you want to leave a message, you can. It's 216-986-8903.
Hey, Alan, Mike and Akron here. I'm listening to Friday's show, and I'm getting near the end of it where you guys are talking about the father and son OnlyFans. They're claiming they make $40,000 a month. It's not that hard to make $40,000 a month, but statistically and math-wise, it's not hard in this case. Say they're charging $25 for a subscription for a month. You only need 400 people to sign up. That's it, and then you got
That's not $40,000.
No.
Yeah, $40,000.
Wait, what did it say?
So you only need 1,600 people to sign up. In a country full of
did the math
psychopaths like
wrong.
this one, I don't think it's that hard to get 1,600 people to sign up and follow you. Now, also, I just wanted to add... Love you, Mike.
Oh, thank you.
But that's if they're charging that much. I don't think they're charging that much.
I don't know.
And I think it is very difficult to get 1,600 people to give you $25 a month.
A month,
that's
yeah.
insane.
If you get it one time, maybe you made $40,000 in a month, but the other months you make like $400.
Right.
Yeah, I mean $40,000's $40,000. That's no small.
I was on the phone.
Feat.
How do you justify the OnlyFans thing?
He said it's not that hard to get 1,600 people to give you $25
$25
a month
in a country full of psychopaths, which is, I take his point. He is correct about that.
The only
but-
thing I can say is that if your subscription is like $5.99, like I subscribe to this guy, he puts out really good content. The content that I like, he is reasonably priced, and that's why he will get my money. He's $6 a month. I can do that.
reasonably priced.
He is.
Yeah,
and then
you can do $6.
And then on top of that, he does pay. Like, he does request videos that he charges for. He'll do pay-per-view videos that he charges for. And then on top of that, you can always tip him. So in that aspect, yes, you can. This guy's like the top 1%, 0.1%.
This
of
is on OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Tipping? Why won't OnlyFans pay a living wage?
It's some BS. It's almost like there's no set income.
What? So that's reasonable to you give them.
Well, I've never tipped anybody on OnlyFans. I pay my subscription. I don't ask for anything extra. Just what you want to show me.
Just whatever's on the feed.
Whatever's on there. But you're not going to get my subscription next month if you're not showing me pole or
the pole or the hole. You better show me the pole and the hole.
I need an even balance of them. So
he likes a melange of things on
clean butthole
over there on OnlyFans.
I hate dudes that are shy on OnlyFans. They're like, all right, well, I'll peek it out, but you're not gonna see the whole. You're not getting my money next month.
This is not the place to be coy, Trevor.
Nope.
This is OnlyFans, and I'm trying to be a fan.
There's a lot of people that are on there, like women that will post next to it's basically Instagram on their feed, and you're paying $6 a month for it or whatever.
Nope.
But then you have to pay extra for everything, and I'm with the I don't.
I
will go and look at reviews of their OnlyFans before I even subscribe because I know
Reviews.
Also, all you need to do is get one piece of content you pay extra for that you don't like, and everybody cancels their subscription. They're like, now I feel ripped off, because like you said, if it's just Instagram with a couple of nipples.
But sometimes it's not even nipples.
Right.
Like you're just getting. They're like, this is the behind the scenes Instagram stuff.
I don't want to see
It's
that.
just a little bit more hand bra. Like it's
right.
Yeah.
Here's how the photo shoot went down. Yeah, this is not what I'm here for.
Yeah, I want to see areola.
Oh boy.
My OnlyFans is going to be just photos of me with fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, turning
Fanning
them up high,
yourself.
fanning.
Areola.
There might be a market for it. You never know.
There could be, couldn't there?
Areola.
You got nice hair. Let it blow.
Yeah.
Areola.
Head shake.
That's got to be the extra content. That's what you're thinking.
Behind the paywall.
You want to see this hair move, you got to pay.
Areola.
All right, let me take a break. You want get a text in 35192. Anything you got on your mind, I'll take it there. And you can listen anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan